Top headlines this morning in our Smart Start, and new reaction to calls for Monroe County's DA Sandra Dorley to step down. That's coming from the State Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers.
Aaron Spitzer spoke with that association's president, trying to understand why they are sending this message. She joins us now in studio live with that response. Aaron.
Yes, so part of the reason for this statement was the apology Dorley released. In it, she called her actions stupid and said she would take steps to discipline herself by going through training, referring the matter to another district attorney, and self-reporting to the grievance committee. The New York State Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers president says the matter should have immediately been referred to the Commission of Prosecutorial Conduct, which the governor later did. The commission was created specifically to monitor the conduct of prosecutors and determine whether they've broken an ethical rule and should be sanctioned for it. He explains this is more than just a speeding ticket.
And that's the most important thing for everybody who's considering this to realize. It's the district attorney of the county using her position to convince another public employee to not do their job. It's contacting his boss to tell him to get this person to stop doing their job, and it's using her position as district attorney.
The association wants society to be clear on what Dorley did wrong and for the process to take its course. Dorley has refused multiple requests for an interview with News 8. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Aaron. Well, the independent review initiated by Dorley will not happen. Onondaga County DA William Fitzpatrick, who was initially appointed for that review, now confirms he's no longer involved. He says he and Dorley decided it would be best to allow the state's Prosecutorial Conduct Commission to handle the review process. As just mentioned, that is the panel that Governor Kathy Hochul assigned to investigate this controversy.
The woman missing from Pittsford has been found dead. Deputies say they found the body of 57-year-old Kendra Roach yesterday in woods not far from her home. She hadn't been seen since last Thursday night when she left her house around 8:30 in the evening. Deputies say they believe she went for a walk, which she often did, on a nearby trail, and then suddenly lost her footing trying to get over a log.
It's very difficult to determine a cause of death. I would tell you that initially it points towards accidental. There is nothing jumping out at us that tells us that there's something suspicious, but of course we're gonna thoroughly investigate.
Also, questions about the missing persons alert. It came out 5 days later after her initial disappearance. Deputies say they're still investigating the delay in how that was reported.
The Brooklyn man accused of kidnapping a teen girl from Brighton back in March has been arraigned on new charges. 40-year-old Serdar Osman now faces first-degree kidnapping, a sexually motivated felony. This 14-year-old victim was found alone in a Bronx apartment a day after her initial disappearance, and police say they tracked down Osman through the victim's cell phone. Osman's attorney, based in Brooklyn, says he's had the chance to hear the whole story from his client, and they even talked about it the day before his arrest.
I do believe that he's being overcharged tremendously. There's a lot of information that the prosecution has not provided. Maybe I'm naive, but after 20 years of experience, I don't think I'm naive. I really felt like he is not guilty of what they're saying that he's guilty of.
The prosecution filed a motion to get a DNA sample from Osman as they want to compare that to the samples they've collected. He is expected back in court in July.
An update here. A man faces 2 misdemeanor charges after this hours-long standoff with police Tuesday night here in the city. 36-year-old Charles Reed is charged with reckless endangerment, obstruction of governmental administration, and traffic infractions. This is a state police case, and troopers tell us this began when Rochester's gun-involved violence elimination units tried to stop Reed. They say he took off in his car, got to his apartment on Upper Falls Boulevard, where they say he barricaded himself for hours until you see SWAT eventually moving in.
Well, we're heading into late spring and summer, which means, yeah, it's that time of year again with illegal ATVs and dirt bikes out on the roads. Captain Greg Bello says RPD's traffic safety unit has been targeting specifics, for example, dates and times when they know those vehicles are out in high quantities. He adds it's not about ruining anybody's fun, but it's about safety and for everyone.
And that's our goal, is to make sure that the streets are safe, because every year we run into a handful of incidents a year where there's serious injuries or deaths associated with these dirt bike riding, with these ATV riding on city streets where they're not being ridden legally.
And Bello does add that RPD will continue working to address this problem with partner agencies, and that includes state police.
Approaching 6:54, your sunrise traffic updates here for the Thursday morning drive. Out on the west side, looking good there. No accidents coming in from Gates Chili on 490 or Greason 390. 590 Penfield-Webster area looking good, but not far from the 490-590 split. There was a crash earlier this morning at Winton University. Want to show you some new video just in from that scene. You see RPD responded. This was a motorcycle and a van that collided right there at that intersection just off the corner from the East Ave Wegmans. You see RPD moving that bike away. Not a ton of damage there. We're still waiting for an update on any injuries to those involved and how serious, but you see that scene is starting to clear.
Well, new this morning, after more than 3 decades of calling the Bills games, John Murphy is stepping away from his play-by-play duties for the Buffalo Bills. Murphy suffered a stroke and had to take some time off to recover. He says he's made this decision in the last month or so. And in an interview with WBEN, he says that he's ready to move on, adding he'll miss it a lot, missing the people more than anything else. Murphy was inducted into the Buffalo Broadcasters Hall of Fame back in 2019.
Maybe a couple showers around, but not too bad. 8-day forecast here. Lilac Festival tomorrow. There will be some dry time if we're trying to go to that. Rain showers do continue through the weekend, and then a slow recovery into next week. So just buckle up. Know that temperatures are going to be down.
We'll live at Highland Park tomorrow, taking you around the Lilacs. That'll be tomorrow morning at sunrise. We're back in 30 minutes.
Have a great morning, everyone.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.